Hey, Kenneth Russell here. Going to do a quick review of this guy, the Behringer DI20 Direct Box. And you might be thinking, man, it's a Behringer. I don't know about that, but is it any good? Let's find out. Now, some of you might be thinking, I don't like Behringer products. They're not any good. And my experience is some Behringer products are not good and some Behringer products are great. And this guy right here, the DI20, is one of the great ones. And I'm going to just do a quick review of this guy and show you some of the functions that it does and why I absolutely love this. So here we go. All right, so here we have it, the Ultra DI20 by Behringer. I apologize if this video is a little shaky. I am filming it on my cell phone, but this guy right here, let's just kind of go over an overview here. I really like this guy is because it's for a direct box. It is very, very versatile. And let me just go over some of the functions here real quick. As you see really easily, obviously you've got the two inputs here, channel 1 and channel 2, and two outputs. So if you're going like a guitar in here, you got the XLR out. So basically right off the bat you have two direct boxes built in one. So for the price of one direct box you have two, and it serves a couple different functions on that. As a matter of fact, I've had a couple of these. One of these I gave away to a group that came into the church, and they sing to tracks, and they wanted to have, you know, two separate tracks sent out to the house mix. And you know, so normally they have to have two direct boxes, and I just said, hey, I got one of these, gave them to you. And I gave it to them. They came back 6 months later again to the church, and they were like, man, thank you so much for giving that to us. We use it everywhere we go. It just works out perfectly. So coming down right along here, you see that it's got right here, it's got a pad. So, you know, if your signal is really hot, you can pull it down, and that way you're not clipping in the direct box, which a lot of direct boxes don't have that. It's got this link here, and this is a really cool function here. So right now I have this set to a 2-channel mode, and what that does is it basically allows this to function as two separate direct boxes. So if you have one guitar going in here, you have another one going in here and coming out there, these are just two separate direct boxes here. And you could use two different instruments, or if you wanted to use a stereo signal going out, you could do that. And that's what we usually use this product here for. This is just great to just have a stereo thing happening from the iPod. And you could also do it if you had two instruments. You could have two guitar players playing on the same direct box. Or if you had a stereo keyboard that you wanted to have two, you know, direct outs going to your snake, you could do that as well. Then on this link right here, if you turn it on to the link function, this is pretty cool. What it does is it basically has one in, and then it splits it into two different outs. So if you wanted to just have, you know, a guitar going here, one out going to the house, and then another out going to, let's say, another your guitar amplifier, you could do that as well. So that's kind of neat. It gives you two different options on that. So it's got the link and the channel 2. So that's really nice. It's also got the ground lift to get rid of any buzz that you might have. It's a pretty quiet for the most part. It can run on phantom power. Moving over to here, we don't run it on phantom power. We just use the battery that's built in here. And if you run it on phantom power and you keep it off, they say even in the manual that you might get a little bit of a hiss from that, but we don't, because we use it on the on. So when you just put it on the on, it just, I guess it amplifies the signal a little bit out to the board. And the only negative with this is you just got to remember to turn it off. And so if you're playing and then you forget to turn it off, you know, you're gonna burn through batteries. And but I actually have left this on for a week and still used it the next week without having to replace the battery. So the metal that it's made out of is a little bit cheaper metal than some other products, but it's not Behringer's plastic that like their guitar pedals are made out of. It is a decent metal, but it's not the ultra super strong. It's not like this guy here, a Rolls box. This metal seems a little bit more sturdy than this guy is. But having said that, I've had used this for a couple years and it's in pretty good shape. This is the only negative right here that I have, is that the back here on the battery plate, you have to screw it in every time. And you know, if you're changing it out, a battery
pretty fast. It's kind of becomes cumbersome a little bit. So we actually misplaced the plate on it somehow. So the battery plate does not stay in without it being screwed in, but it doesn't really matter to me much. It works just fine without it. But you know, when you think about it, the 2 direct boxes for the price of one, these usually run about 40 bucks. I think I got this for 40 bucks on Amazon, and it is absolutely well worth $40 for this. This has been used fairly often for about 2 years and haven't had any problems with it. It gets the job done, and for 40 bucks for basically 2 direct boxes and all the functionality that this has, you really cannot go wrong with this guy whatsoever. So I highly recommend this, the Ultra DI20 from Behringer, and you know, it's held up pretty well. Other than the battery pack, I don't think there's really much of a negative to this guy, and it's clean, it's not noisy, and I've just really liked it, and other people that have used it that I know of have really liked it. So anyway, that's my review of the DI20. If you like this kind of content, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.